So how's things in the Hollow, Junie? I've heard that Gemini girl is stirring up trouble again.
The Hollow's the Hollow. And yeah, Gemini is certainly stirring her cacophony of shit as always. Basically running things with an iron fist like a tyrant, garnering all the profit. The arms, the hash, the keys, even the brothels. She's more of a tyrant now than ever before. And things ain't no better in the Lost Heaven or Empire Bay either.
I can only imagine this bitter blood feud between Lorelei and Alessia isn't helping settle your nerves either. Neither of them will listen to either of us. The obsession with the World Heavyweight Championship has not only consumed them both, but has made them less of sisters and more of strangers. They need to realize that there's things more important in the world than leather and gold.
In all honesty, they're as stubborn as government mules. I don't know what it will take for them to come to a common ground and put aside their differences and shun their egos. I'm not even sure if Artemis getting involved will help. Alessia is so damn hell-bent on getting the championship back that she's willing to go to any lengths needed to get a hold of it. And Lorelei is so hell-bent on getting the championship back that she's willing to slaughter everything and everyone in sight, and that includes Alessia.
How do we deviate their focus off the championship and onto the territories then? The life doesn't mean much to Alessia these days, and it means less than nothing to Lorelei. They don't realize that our family is at risk of losing everything we built. The Lost Heaven, Empire Bay, and the Hollow are basically all but in ruin because of Gemini and Ramona, and all we have control over now is Las Venturas and Leonida. But those are relatively small territories with very little ground to cover and very little lucrativity for either area. Maybe the end is near, Junie. Perhaps the Black Rose has finally befallen us and we can't even see it.
We still have that connect to Clifford's in Lost Heaven. That Bernadette girl. She usually keeps her ear to the ground when it comes to any and all things Lost Heaven. Maybe she finally found something.
She is the granddaughter of Sarah and Tommy Angelo, though. And you and I both know back in the day, Don Salieri was not exactly the most fond of the Angelo family after Tommy ratted on him.
Believe me when I tell you, Bernadette isn't like her grandfather. And even if that were the case, he did what was necessary to survive for a bit longer until Don Salieri had him clipped. I don't condone ratting either, but it was a means to an end for Tommy Angelo.
And you know what kind of end that was. A slug straight to the damn chest on his front lawn while he was gardening. The last thing Alessia or Lorelei need is to suffer that same fate. Which is why we need to sit down with them after the garden. Have Bernadette mediate this issue between them.
If anyone can help settle this problem, it's Bernadette Angelo. But if we're gonna do this, we need to act fast. And we need to act smart. Gemini has that goddamn bloodhound bitch Ramona sniffing around all my shit in Leonida, and Juno can't do much of anything from the inside right now considering how leveraged out the ass he currently is. Ryan's still trying to figure a way out for him. But it looks as if Gino's down for the count.
What about that guy Alessia's been seeing again? Doesn't he still run the Carter in Empire Bay? I'm sure if he helped us, it'll really up our chances of taking Gemini and Ramona down.
You seriously considering getting in touch with my daughter's boyfriend, Frieda? He's got 4 counts in the first degree and he's an impulsive loose cannon at best. Not to mention all of his current problems with that damn Herrera girl and that messy-ass divorce. How do we know we can trust him?
Because Don Herrera is his father-in-law, and Letitia and I go back a long way. If anyone can be trusted, it's him. Plus, the Carter is the one place in Empire Bay that Gem and Mona haven't and can't touch due to the power he has.
Get him on the phone. In fact, get Letitia on the phone too. She's going to want in on this, and I owe her a favor. We're meeting at the Carter when the time comes and figuring out a way to put a stop to this reign of terror.